morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Oluwagbemi. I'm director at OTGPlaya, and on the stage with me today I have Modupe Ajibola, co-founder, as well as the CEO of the company. Well, about 2011, I met Modupe. Modupe had spent about 10 years in the high-tech industry. He'd been designing for Americans, like most of us. But he had a passion for Africa. When I met Modupe had something in him. He wanted to design something for his continent. But I encouraged him to take a trip. He needed to immerse himself in the conditions of real people in Africa. So he went home. When Modupe went home, he confronted a big problem. He wanted YouTube, just the way it got in the United States. He wanted all those good things online. But he confronted a big problem. He couldn't get to them. Even when he got to them, they were unreliable or very expensive. Well, he had two choices. He either waited for, let's say, $90 billion of investment from the big telcos, somebody, for the backbone infrastructure, and another $90 billion to actually bring that connectivity to the people in the local areas. Or he had to do something else, solve the problem himself. That led him to OTGPlaya.
Thank you, Michael. Too loud. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you on a journey right quick. Just envision with me if you can. Envision a place where a content provider no longer have to wait for the internet bandwidth to be fast for them to stream contents they want real time. Imagine a place where content providers come and say, hey, you know what? I want to push my content. I want it to go viral. And I don't want my customers to depend on internet because they pay too much for it. Imagine a place where advertisers come and say, look, I just want to advertise to mass users in the demographic. I don't want them to depend on these pipelines that exist. Imagine a place where courageous investors like yourself come and say, look, we want to change the frontier of investment. We don't want to invest in things that look like they may work. We want to invest in things that feel and we know will work, and we want to back the companies up that do this. So what is it? What is this OTGPlaya thing? Everybody's been asking me. I've done a good job confusing everybody, so I'll stop the French and maybe explain it a little better. OTGPlaya is a platform, and the platform, it was designed when I left Texas Instruments to design this hardware that was not prohibitive of some of the platforms you've seen from Cisco. Essentially, the simplest way to put it is replacing a big rack of server with a small device that is fanless, that runs up to 900 megabits per second of streaming capacity, and transcode, real-time hardware transcoding and software transcoding. What does this mean in the end? Content providers can convert their content to software. Convert your content to software. And why is that important? Because in Africa, people use content by sharing. We want to share more content. So we tell Africans, don't stop sharing, share more content. Let it fill the whole planet. Why? Because our software actually is the content. And as it moves, it studies where it's going, where it's been, who it's talking to, and it gives us that report. And that report is all that matters to content providers. There are two modalities. Our focus is the education and the entertainment sector. So in the education sector, we say, okay, look, what do they want in entertainment? They want a place, URL, something you guys can log on to and download content. Just download them. We have clients now that download up to 100 movies at a time. Somebody will say, why would you let them download that many movies at a time? They don't need to pay for it. We say, don't pay for it yet. Pay for it when you're offline. Pay for it when you get home, when you have no connection. And people say, this is mind-blowing. How do you do this? Because the content is a software. The demo shown here is how you can go, log on, scroll down. You can actually see a school of content. Now I'm going to move quickly fast to this. When you get home, this is what you see. You see the school of the content you've downloaded. You click on them to decode them. Our software and the content now talk to each other and say, look, I need this amount of money to be opened. You put the credit in there. You go to the next slide. The credit is now in there. Now you can watch the content. You can decode it and watch the content. The content provider is happy. We are happy. The next modality, we went to schools and say, school, what do you want? They said, we don't want people on the internet. We want people on educational networks. We want people on content that feed their needs. So we work with content providers and say, we will transcode your content so that students can take it home and use it just when you need them to use it. Not today, not tomorrow, when you need them. And when they use it, they get to pay for it. And guess what? When they're paying for it or not paying for it, there's advertising running next to it. So we went and we started winning awards. The US government gave us a grant to do this, and we've been deploying across countries, and Michael is going to go and present the monetization of this.
Definitely. Thanks a lot, Dupe, for that. First and foremost, we make money from advertisement. Because of the way our system is designed, your content is viral, so therefore it's good for advertisers. More than 1 billion people are stuck in the bottom billion. The advertisement online is not getting to them. We're trying to do that. We've already done that. We have 10 of our systems piloted right now in Lagos, and we have 2 advertisement agencies working with us. Actually, you can also sell your content. Companies like Ibaka TV, VML have already partnered with us, and we're already selling the content on the pilot. We intend to do that by deploying more than 500 more kiosks in Lagos with the help of our investors. If you do it, more money comes to us when we deploy more. Our plan is to deploy 500 of these by the end of next year, and even 1,000 more by the end of the year thereafter. Join us on this journey, and we intend to do this by powering OTGPlaya with your investment dollars.